Decades Week continues with the stylish 60s. The stylish, the fabulous, the wonderful 60s. So if you're in your 60s, approaching your 60s, done with your 60s, or just interested in hearing what I have to say on the topic, I would encourage you to stick around because I've got some great tips for leaning into your personal style in your 60s. My name is Netta. If you're new here, I'm a personal stylist. My whole focus is to help you build a wardrobe that will make you feel your most stylish and your most beautiful every single day. Like, I want you to have a better day, and I want you to use style as a tool to get you there. So I've got a couple of resources I want to share. As always, my Modern Classics Wardrobe Guide, completely updated for spring, brand new, and it's really going to help you create a foundation going into spring for a wardrobe that's versatile, that gives you all the outfit possibilities that you need. So check that out at nettamanley.com/modernclassics. I also have a brand new way to work with me to get a body type and color analysis, weekly workshops, my 8-module style course. If you're interested in checking that out, it's super affordable. It's month to month. It's really designed to give you that support that you need when you need it. So you can check that out at styleconfidenceclub.com. Okay, let's get started. Of course, I have a lot to cover. So we're going to talk about your 60s and some strategies that we can all use, but especially that I would encourage you to lean into if you're in your 60s. So the first is to stop dressing for your age, dress for your mood. Now, this is the thing, like, I feel like age appropriateness and age-appropriate dressing has really gone out the window. And, you know, the thing is that we don't have the boundaries that we used to have around our style and the safety net that we used to have in our style. Like, there were certain expectations that we all had growing up about how you dressed to certain events and to certain occasions and how you dressed at certain ages. And that's gone out the window. And there are parts of that that are frustrating and stressful because we often don't know what our expectations are. Like going to the theater, are people going to be in flip-flops and sweats, or are they going to be in sequins? Like, it's, you know, it's like we don't have those boundaries and those guidelines anymore. But only the flip side of that and the positive side of that is that the age appropriate bubble that we were all, you know, and the rules and the lanes that we were all supposed to stay in when we were, you know, you turn 30, you have to stop doing this. At 40, you stop doing this. At 50, you stop doing this. Those are gone. And we're looking around and we're seeing women in their 50s wearing 50s and 60s and 70s, wearing whatever they want and looking fabulous doing it. So this is the opportunity that we have to reinvent or to lean into our personal style. And I would encourage you to try some of these strategies and see how your style can really take shape in your 60s if it's not something you focused on in the past. So people don't know your age and they don't know your weight. So there's no point in dressing for your age. You don't need to be like, ooh, I turned 60, I need to start dressing like this. No, nobody knows and nobody cares. What people do notice, if there's a style mismatch between your age and your energy, or your age and your mood, what you're wearing and your energy, what you're wearing and your mood. So I would encourage you to really dress to match your mood. And what does that mean? That means that on low-key days, maybe you wear low-key outfits. You wear outfits that make you feel supported, that make you feel comfortable, that make you feel cozy. And on high-energy days, you wear high-energy outfits. And it also means that you can use clothes as a tool to get your energy to where you want it to be. Say you've got a lot going on today, like I do, your clothes can help you get your energy level up to where you need it to be so that you can have the best day possible. So how do you do that? You do that by using the elements of style that lift you up or make you feel cozy. So you're going to take one of two approaches, right? What clothes make you feel comfortable and cozy and like you're really just like taking care of yourself? And then what clothes make you feel uplifted, optimistic, positive, confident, and really start thinking about, like, what do I need today from my clothes? How can my outfit help me have that kind of day that I'm seeking today? So if, for example, you want an upbeat outfit, you want to ask yourself, is it color that gets me there? Is it wearing something funky, something fun? Is it wearing something casual? Is it wearing my favorite shoes? Is it wearing my coolest accessories? And really create an outfit that matches your energized mood. And then, like I said, have those outfits that match your cozy mood as well. So you want to check in with yourself and create an outfit that's going to match that level. And so I'm going to share what I think would be, you know, again, instead of dressing appropriately for your age, dress for for your mood, and I'm going to share an outfit that really would help me get in an upbeat and fun mood if I was trying to get myself there. So I think a sequin jacket would be a fabulous place to start. I'd have to put my hair up because one of the side effects, one of the downsides of having curly hair is that you can't move your head in sequins. So I would put on a sequin jacket with a graphic tee, maybe some leather pants or some cool jeans, and then a really cool pair of sneakers or a fun pair of statement shoes. And that would be an outfit that I would be like, I could run around all day in this and feel super, super cute and super, super fun and super energized, and feel like because I look cute, my energy changes. My mood is elevated, and I feel like I have a more positive day. So I want you to come up with that outfit formula for you. And I'm gonna share a couple of brands that I think have really fabulous mood boosting clothes where you can lean into choosing pieces from these brands that will boost your mood and really help you have the best day. So Zara and H&M are going to have some fun, kind of trendy, some cool items that might make you wear something outside of the box a little bit and have a little bit more fun with style. Veronica Beard is like elevated and cool and edgy, but also really classic. It just I think checks all the boxes. And then of course, leaning into some of your favorite brands at your favorite department stores. So really finding that brand that boosts your mood. I know for me, Farm Rio and Desigual are two brands that I reach for a lot when I want mood boosting clothes that make me feel upbeat. Okay, next tip is to wear more jewelry than necessary, or wear less jewelry. So this is a personal style question, right? So you want to ask yourself, and I kind of feel like we should, I feel like we should pick a lane. I feel like we should pick a lane in our 60s. Are we minimalists or are we maximalists? And we should kind of go all in. Now, they're both challenging in their own ways, but they're both really fun to explore. If you're a minimalist with your jewelry, then you want the pieces that you're wearing need to carry more weight in your outfit because you have fewer of them. So maybe they're sleek and simple and elevated and just cool, and you're only wearing one or two of them, right? Maybe your version of minimalist jewelry is to wear several really simple, sleek pieces. And so it's for you, minimalism means that the pieces are sleek and simple, but it's not about quantity, it's about the type of piece that you're wearing. So you want to ask yourself, like, am I leaning into minimalist jewelry? Am I leaning into that? Is that where I'm drawn and what I feel like appeals to me? If so, you want to make sure you have the best minimalist jewelry pieces you can and create a minimalist jewelry look that really expresses your style. Now, if you're going to go in the opposite direction, the more is more philosophy, the Iris Apfel and to a certain extent Sarah Jessica Parker, we're seeing a lot more maximalism in jewelry. And I feel like this is like an opportunity to really express your personal style. If you've got creative style, if you've got eclectic style, this is an opportunity to really express that. So like stacking bracelets and chunky bangles like you're going to the Met Gala, or layering necklaces like you're an eccentric heiress, like this is the opportunity that we have to express our style and to really have fun with a maximalist jewelry look. Now there's a difference between it being maximalist and it being just like overwhelming or sloppy, and the difference is really in like the artistic eye that you bring to how you're layering and how you're pairing your pieces. So pairing pieces and piling them on top of each other can look absolutely intentional and cool and reflect your personal style if done well. And I would encourage you to try to lean into your maximalist jewelry vibe if that's what how you want to express yourself. So less is more does not need to necessarily need to apply when we're over 60. And we've always been taught like, oh, you scale back, you do less, you're more subtle, you're more classic, you're more elegant, only if that's your style. So the old rule, pick one statement piece of jewelry. The new rule, if you want to do the maximalist thing, is if you're not jingling when you walk, you're doing it wrong, right? So let's look at what this might look like for an outfit. I think one of the coolest ways, especially if you're starting to lean into maximalism, is to really pick a simple outfit. Maybe it's a neutral dress, maybe it's a simple top, a blouse and pants, and then pile on the jewelry and play with those combinations until you get that look look that really speaks to you. Now, if you're going to go with the minimalist aesthetic, you want to ask yourself, what does minimalist look like for me? And really find designers, find brands, find inspiration that will help you create that minimalist jewelry look. So I'm going to pop up a dress here with neutral wrap, an outfit here with a neutral wrap dress, lots of stacked cool bracelets, layered necklaces, oversized hoop earrings. This is an opportunity and an outfit that can really hold a lot of accessories because it's simple as it is, and can really give you an opportunity to play with those jewelry pieces that are hiding in your jewelry drawer. Okay, third tip for over 60 and for all of us is, if it's not luxe, it shouldn't be in your closet. Now, what do I mean by luxe? I don't mean expensive, but I do mean that the fabrics that you're wearing really need to feel fabulous. Now, that's one of the reasons I love Quince. It's inexpensive, expensive things, right? So, but whatever that brand is where you're reaching for really good quality fabrics, these can be cottons, these can be linens, silks, wool, cashmere. Like, what are those fabrics that really make you feel fabulous and feel good on your skin? What I'm leaning away from is really cheap and flimsy, like paperweight fabrics, like a lot of polyesters. They're just not making me feel stylish right now. They make me like, these are the types of clothes that we have to fiddle with all the time that often look the opposite of elevated. They look chintzy, they look cheap, they feel scratchy. Some of these clothes feel like they're made out of paper and they're just going to spontaneously combust when we wear them. So I really think leaning into luxurious fabrics, however you're able to afford those luxurious fabrics, I'm telling you, you can get 100% cotton at H&M and you can get it at Neiman Marcus. So find the good quality pieces that you're looking for at a price that you can afford. This is a great opportunity to get thrifted or secondhand pieces, because we're often going to be able to find, the workmanship and the quality 20, 30 years ago was like very different than it is now. So for example, looking for those luxurious and everything in your pajamas, in your lounge clothes, you want luxurious feeling fabrics. So let's talk about what this can look like in an outfit. I think that wearing, your like most luxurious fabrics all the time is something that we should be doing. Like, not just when we're dressing up. I've said I'm wearing cashmere loungewear at home. Like, let's wear those clothes. Worst thing that can happen is not that we mess it up. The worst thing that can happen is that you give it away 5 years down the road unworn. Like, that's the real tragedy, right? So think about I think what a beautiful and an outfit that you can kind of take up or down in terms of dressiness is a cashmere sweater with silky wide leg trousers, a structured leather tote, and low-heeled mules. We're going to be seeing a lot of mules and like slipper type shoes coming into the season, and I love them. So that's an outfit where you can feel like cozy but and chic and polished. The fabrics are going to be lovely on your skin, and you're just going to have that everyday luxe look. Okay, in terms of places to buy the luxurious fabrics, Everlane, Reformation, The Outnet, secondhand shops. I already talked about Quince. You can really find them anywhere that you're looking, but you want to lean into elevated fabrics. Okay, next tip, stop trying to look younger, look more interesting. One of the things I think we're all seeing, and it really kind of is a little bit heartbreaking to me, is we see a lot of people, their faces are morphing into the same one face that we see on social media. A lot of celebrities chasing youth, and it really ends up like it kind of breaks my heart, because some of them, they don't look at all like the same person. Like, they're almost unrecognizable because and there's so much pressure to look 30 forever, or look 40 forever, look 20 forever, and it's ridiculous. So as much as I advocate like looking modern, taking care of your skin, we want healthy skin, we want to look our best, of course, but I think that perpetual like chasing youth really just has the opposite effect. It kind of highlights our age, and it doesn't make us look younger. It makes us look like, I don't know, it's just sad, honestly. So I think instead of trying to look younger, which we all know is a losing battle, I think we should be focusing on trying to look more interesting and trying to look more like ourselves. So what does this look like? I mean, so much of, I think, the fashion and beauty advice is about anti-aging instead of self-expression. And again, as much as I'm all for skin and modern clothes and all of that, I think what we really should be focusing on is self-expression at this stage. So forget chasing trends that look like they're made for 20-year-olds. Again, staying curious to trends is important, but we filter them through what works for us. And there's a lot out there that's frankly just a little bit over the top and nuts. So developing your own signature style, and then be stylish, but on your own terms. Figure out what really, really feels like you. And you want your style to be recognizable and something that's associated with you. And you can't do that if you're trying to look like you're 25 when you're 55, 65, 75. Like, instead, really focus on how can I create the most interesting combinations that feel most like me. So instead of dressing to look younger, dress to look fascinating, dress to look interesting, dress to look cool, dress to look romantic, dress to look whatever your personal style is. So self-expression through signature style is so much more important than chasing trends meant for younger women or chasing youth. Okay, so let's talk about like an outfit that could make you look more interesting. These are just all example outfits, and you will insert your own version of these outfits here. But like, I think a cool, unique pattern blazer could be a great way to start like an interesting looking outfit, like a conversation piece like that, pairing it with a neutral pair of pants, heeled ankle boots, and a really cool pair of glasses with a cool, bold frame. You know, I love my red glasses, but like you finding that eyeglass or sunglass that has that cool frame, pattern blazer, keeping the rest of the outfit simple. That's a great way to just add interest to your outfit and elevate your everyday outfits. Again, it's about looking interesting, not looking younger. Okay, let's talk about stores where we can shop these pieces. Kaz is a great source for pieces like this. Vince. I'm gonna lean into like brands like Anthropologie, brands like Cezanne that have really cool, even brands like Reformation and Veronica Beard that have cool collectible pieces that you can build a wardrobe around and that really become part of your signature style. Okay, the next tip is to rock a bold and surprising hairstyle. So my hair is still wet right now, but you know, it is surprising and kind of goes against popular opinion to wear your hair long after 40, after 50, after 60, depending on who you're listening to. But it's also kind of controversial, kind of edgy, kind of bold to go in the opposite direction and cut your hair really, really short. It's also controversial to not color your hair and go all in on silver and embrace silver or platinum hair and make that your signature. But really, what I'm thinking about and what I would encourage you to do is find your own signature hairstyle and make it bold and make it modern. Because what I think can really quickly age us is if we're all wearing the same mid-length hairstyle. Like, it needs to work for your coloring. It needs to work for your lifestyle. It needs to work for your hair. It needs to work for your you know, to flatter your face shape. But we're seeing a lot of like the same types of hairstyles. And if one of those doesn't appeal to you, and if you're like, I'm just not a bob kind of person, there's nothing wrong with a bob. If a bob suits you, a bob suits you. That's fabulous. But what I am saying is find your own hairstyle and don't be afraid to make it bold or a little unexpected. Maybe you're going to do something, you know, short like Tilda Swinton and do something cool and edgy like that. Maybe you're gonna do really long hair like Demi Moore, and maybe that's gonna become your signature. But I feel like what we don't want with jewelry and what we don't want with hair is that wishy-washy in between, where our hair is just like ho-hum. Our hair is just like, you know, like pick something and pick a way that you love to do your hair, or you would love your hair to look, and do that, even if it's not 60 appropriate or 65 appropriate. So really, like, you know, an edgy pixie cut, like long, you know, like long straight hair, waves, whatever it is that makes you feel like really fabulous about your hair, that's what you should be doing. There's some really cool, like you could do choppy layers right now. You can do ombre, you can do interesting color. You can really lean into platinum or silver. You can do a cool red color if that suits your coloring. There's just a lot that we can be doing with our hair right now that's going to look intentional and not like, well, I'm wearing my hair like this because this is how everyone expects me to wear it, right? So it's really about making your hair an accessory and making your hair an extension of your personal style. So, and making it high fashion, like if you want it to be. Okay, so the old rule is to hide your gray with, you know, subtle highlights or whatever. The new rule is to decide what you want your hair to look like and go for it. Okay, let's talk about like how some of these hairstyles can work with some outfits. Like say you want to do something cool and edgy, like a pixie cut. You want to go shorter with your hair. I love this look. I think it's just, it can be so fabulous and so cool. And if you have the features for it and that's something that speaks to you, go for it. I'd say this would be very cool with like a metallic metallic leather jacket, moto boots, black jeans. I think that could be a really cool if you want to lean into like the cool factor of that hairstyle. If you've got like waves, or like maybe like a more boho, a softer looking hairstyle, try leaning into that look and doing something soft and feminine in your outfit. Maybe it's a beautiful printed dress and a pair of cowboy boots. Like, just really like play with your hair as an extension of your personal style. Okay. And of course, if you're looking to accessorize your hair, which I think is always a good idea, with hats and with hair accessories, look at Free People, Anthropology, Etsy. There's so many, Colette Malouf, of course, Lili Sidougi. There's so many great places and sources for hair accessories that are going to help you make your hair an extension of your style. Okay, the next tip, skip the matching bags and shoes. Oh my goodness. We were all taught that, and I hear this all the time. Do I have to match bags and shoes? You don't have to. You can, but you don't have to. And so I think, again, this is one of those things where the expectations are kind of gone, but we can do our own thing. So it's always going to look classic and elevated and elegant to match bags and shoes. Now, when I say this, I need to make a disclaimer, because when I'm talking about matching, I'm talking about wearing red shoes with a red bag. I'm not talking about wearing black shoes with a black bag. That's not matching, because they're both neutral and neither of them are statement pieces. So matching really, and looking matchy means when you are combining statement pieces in an outfit, not when you're combining essential or basic pieces in an outfit. And it's the same with accessories. Nobody cares if you've got a black bag and black shoes. That's not a thing. What is a thing is if you're deciding, okay, I'm wearing red shoes, do I need a red bag? And this is where I'm saying you can either zig or zag. You can decide that your shoes, you like the look of your shoes matching your bag. This may mean that you have more classic style and that you are more of a rule follower when it comes to style, and that's fabulous. You could also say, I don't really want to wear red shoes and a red bag. Instead, I want to do red shoes and a metallic bag. I want to do red shoes and a white bag. I want to do red shoes and a black bag. Whatever that looks like for you, that is an extension of your personal style. So you might, if you want to not match, you might be a more creative personal style type. And I did a whole video on this. But the rule is that bags and shoes no longer have to match. And so we've got that choice. A bold, colorful bag contrasts with your outfits or shoes. That can be a cool way to style this. You can do a metallic clutch with sneakers. Like, there's just so many. You can do a funky patterned tote and tailored pants. There's so many ways that you can mix and match to create your own version of your outfit. And if you're somewhere in the middle between creative and classic, there's just so many different ways that you can mix and match your shoes, your bags with your outfits. Okay, so again, the old rule, shoes and bags have to match. Your outfit has to be cohesive. The new rule is that mismatched accessories can often tell a little bit more of an interesting story. So let's talk about how we can style shoes and bags in outfits. So for example, if you're doing a neutral tailored coat and maybe you've got like a snakeskin loafer or maybe a python boot, like something elegant, elevated like that, try popping a really bright crossbody bag on with that outfit. Maybe it's fuchsia, maybe it's red, maybe it's yellow, like something really fun with a neutral kind of classic outfit like that can be really, really fun. If you're wearing something really basic, like you're wearing your favorite pair of jeans and a white top or white blouse and maybe a simple metallic sneaker, try doing a really funky patterned tote with that and just give it a completely different look. So really see your shoes and bags as an opportunity to add something to an outfit that the outfit is missing. Again, I'm going to go back to the question you should ask your outfits. Outfit, what are you missing? Consider bringing that in with a cool pair of shoes or a cool bag. Okay, where can you buy these pieces? Oh my gosh, of course, all the favorite bag brands. I really like Hammett lately, love Hammett. I've loved Hammett for a long time. Claire V is a great brand for fabulous, interesting bags. There are so many, of course, we can go up, Staud, Cult Gaia. These are all contemporary brands. And then you can, of course, go up to designer bags. I think a really cool boho bag is like the Stella McCartney Falabella bag. Like, there are just so many options. And, I love my new Quince box bag. The Teddy Blake bags are really beautiful and classic. There's a bag. I'm not going to get on a bag rant. I've already kind of done that. But so many options in terms of bags. Okay, the next tip is that vintage finds are your secret weapon, and I really think if we're looking at making our style not focusing on age but focusing on making style interesting, then vintage pieces, eclectic pieces, different pieces, unique pieces, handmade pieces are really something that we should be focusing on in this age and stage. Like I think this is really going to be your best like outlet for interesting pieces that express your personal style. So if we don't want to look around and see everybody wearing the exact same things that we're wearing and us all dressed the same way, how are we going to counteract that? You can really start with those wardrobe essentials like that are in my Modern Classics wardrobe guide, and then you can start layering on vintage, eclectic, unique, custom, personal style type pieces. So fast fashion, of course, is convenient, but vintage pieces have a story, and they're the pieces that get you stopped when you're out in public. Like, where'd you get that coat? Where'd you get that bag? Where'd you get that? You know, like these are just the cool conversation starter pieces that I think we should be leaning into. So hunt for vintage designer items, unique coats, old school jewelry. You're really going to stand out in an era of cookie cutter fashion where everybody's buying everything on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Vintage often means better craftsmanship and quality. We talk about this all the time in my Facebook group. So, you know, the old rule is you've got to be, you know, your style, everything has to be really, really current. And, you know, I talk about modern style all the time, but when you're talking about creating a signature style, you want to blend modern essential pieces with vintage finds to create your own tapestry, your own look. Okay, so how can we style this in our outfits? I think truly one of the best pieces you can find is a vintage coat. Like a vintage coat with like a modern, an otherwise modern outfit. Maybe you're wearing leather pants, a turtleneck, and ankle boots, and you throw on a vintage coat over the top. 10 out of 10. Like that is such a cool look that's gonna really help you, like I said, dial in your signature style. Maybe you've got like a cool embroidered blazer or cardigan and you're wearing it with your jeans and a silk cami, and you know, a pair of your, I don't know, kitten heel slingbacks. That's a cool outfit where it really, you're letting that vintage piece, that eclectic piece really be the star of that outfit. So, you know, there are so many cool places to find vintage secondhand, you know, in your town. You're going to find them, of course, but Etsy, The Real, Vestiaire Collective, and then, of course, check out local thrift stores, check out local antique stores, and just kind of find ways to make that your own. Okay, next tip. Try a no makeup look. So I feel like one of the things that happens a lot is that we feel like we can be over the top, or a lot of makeup can make us look heavy, and it can definitely be aging, especially if you're sticking with the same textures that you've worn all your life and you're doing a lot of powders, you're doing a lot of sparkle, a lot of glitter. You might feel like it's a little heavy and a little aging. And sometimes I think that the temptation is to do all or nothing. And I know I've been there, like, oh, we're going to do a full face of glam makeup, or we're like barely going to wash our face that day. And I would encourage you to embrace a no makeup look for every day. I think that leaning into something like maybe the Elta MD sunscreens that are just a little bit of a tinted sunscreen, or skincare serum with a little tint to it. Ilia makes them. There's so many good ones, and I'll link some of them below. But like a tinted sunscreen, a little bit of color on your cheeks and lips, and maybe filling in your brows, and you can really have that beautiful, glowy, effortless, like look that makes your skin, that brings out the best in your skin, that looks fresh, that looks lively, that looks healthy without looking overdone. So Boomstick makes really good sticks. Jones Road, Merit they all have really good makeup sticks that are designed to let your own skin tone and texture show through, and will give you just a little bit of natural color. I think many of us can use natural color in our faces as we get older. So, you know, like I said, just a very simple no makeup look that just makes you look fresh and healthy is, I think, what we should all be embracing, rather than just skipping makeup entirely on the days when we don't feel like going all in on it. So ditching heavy down foundation and embracing glowing natural skin. You can, and if your skin is fabulous, like consider just like, you know, putting these products on over your skincare if you just don't need to do anything to your skin. If so, you're super lucky. And maybe focus on brows, on lipstick, you know, like a pop of color on your face. Okay, so what do you pair your no makeup look with? Like you can do, obviously, this is going to be your everyday makeup look. So you can pair it with your like, cool, like everyday pants. Maybe these are your favorite jeans, a favorite pair of cords. Maybe it's your version of a jogger with a soft cashmere cardigan, white sneakers, a crossbody bag, like a cool but elevated casual everyday look. It's a great opportunity to try out your no makeup look. Maybe you are just going to lean into doing bare skin and a bold lip, and then you maybe want to pair that with like a statement blouse, a pair of cool like trousers and minimalist jewelry, flats. Like that could be a very, very cool look. Like maybe you do a slick back hairstyle with it, and then you've just got the lip. Just a fun way to like really play with how your makeup plays a role in your outfits. Okay, the next tip, forget matching outfits. Mismatch your way to chic. So this is something we were talking about a little bit with shoes and bags, but the aesthetic over the last few years has been to mix rather than match. Now it's swinging back in the other direction, where like the old money look really was more about matching than it was about mixing, but it's still, now it's kind of like pick your lane. Are you maximalist? Are you minimalist? Are you creative? Are you classic? Are you a mixer or a matcher? And so if you're a mixer, there's just so many options to take the two-piece outfits and the matched pieces that have been in your wardrobe for years and to wear them differently. Break up your suits. They're not married. Break up your two-piece dresses or your two-piece jumpsuit looks. They're not married. If you've got like a printed top and a printed skirt that you always wear together, consider breaking them up and pairing them separately into different types of outfits. So cohesion is overvalued. Personality isn't. So your outfits don't necessarily need to be cohesive. What's interesting and looks modern and fresh right now is to pair unexpected elements like a tailored blazer with a flowy maxi dress, for example. Like things that are unexpected worn together looks very, very modern. Again, we were talking about pairing vintage with modern or vintage with casual. Pairing dressy with casual is a fabulous way to lean into this. I think this is a technique that I think we should all be trying, because I think that it really is going to help you maximize your wardrobe and get more out of it. So really break up the sets and match them and mix and match them in different ways. So instead of the old rule, outfits should always match or coordinate, the new rule is that mismatching can be chic. So let's talk about outfit formulas with this. Consider a structured, like tailored classic jacket with something very boho-y and free and fun and maybe like in a crazy outrageous print that can be really fun. Add chunky combat boots, mixed metal jewelry, and just create your own look. If you're looking at a striped tee, maybe you do a striped tee with plaid trousers, a trench coat, cool bright sneakers, and a vintage brooch. I love this outfit. Now I want to wear this outfit right away. Like, I think this is such a cool look. So really, like, playing with mixing and matching patterns, colors, mixing pieces up in your wardrobe can give you so much more. First of all, you can have so much fun, but can give you so many more options for wearing your own clothes. So fun brands to look at mixing and matching: Mango, Zara, ASOS, even Banana Republic and J. Crew does this quite a bit. Bowden does it quite a bit. So even if you're just looking for inspiration and on ways to wear your own pieces, check those sites for inspiration in terms of outfits that you can duplicate in your own wardrobe. Okay. The last tip, we're getting to the end, is to combine dressy with casual. Now, this is the secret sauce, I feel like. This is what you've been waiting for. If you've got a closet full of clothes that no longer suit your lifestyle, you have clothes from work, you have clothes from dressing up, you have clothes from pre-2020 that are not getting any love, you're not wearing them as much because you feel like you don't have any place to wear them, this is my encouragement. Pair those dressy pieces with the casual, essential, basic pieces in your wardrobe and wear them anyway. So your silk blouse with your jeans, your blazer from work with a casual flannel shirt and joggers, your favorite church dress with a pair of sneakers and a denim jacket. Like, pair dressy with casual pieces. You're going to get so much more use out of your wardrobe if you're able to mix and match in that way, and you're able to combine dressier and more casual items in your wardrobe. Many of you have dressy clothes that you're not wearing, and the only way that you can really bring those into your everyday life, or the easiest way to bring those into your everyday life, is to start styling them for your everyday life. So combining them with more casual pieces, combining them with more casual shoes, and just wearing them anyway, even if you don't feel like you have a place to wear them, is, I think, a trick that is often overlooked and can really help you maximize your style. So Instead of saving dressy things for dressy events, or instead of saving your Sunday best for Sundays, instead every day can feel more elevated if we combine elevated dressier pieces with our more casual staples. So let's look at how we can style this in everyday outfits. Again, you know, I talked about doing like maybe you're doing like a satin blazer or one of your like evening friendly layering pieces, like a jacket like that, with a white tee, distressed jeans, and a pair of sneakers, or even a cool pair of flats. That's an easy way to like wear that jacket more, right? Maybe instead you're looking at wearing your satin midi skirt in a unique way. So maybe you're doing it with a cropped chunky knit sweater, something really casual and cute and but cozy, and then adding sneakers and a structured crossbody bag. So you're taking that one dressy element. Maybe that skirt is a sequin skirt. Maybe that skirt is like a velvet skirt, and then you pair it with your like your favorite sweatshirt or your favorite chunky sweater, sneakers, and a casual bag, and then you've been able to work that dressy piece that's not getting any love into your everyday outfit. So combining dressy with casual is something I think we should all be doing regardless of our age. Okay, so that is it. I know I covered a lot. I'm going to cover a couple stores really quickly. Places with great evening wear that you can incorporate into daily outfits. Anthropologie, J. Crew, you know, they always do the sequin skirts. H&M actually has some really cool pieces like this. And of course, your favorite department store and your favorite vintage store. There's so many sources to find these pieces. I hope that you enjoyed these tips on leaning into style in your 60s and really expressing your style for this decade, making the most of this decade, deciding if you're a maximalist, if you're a minimalist, if you're a mixer or you're a matcher, like really leaning into your style and doing more of that. So much more important to dress for who you are, dress for your mood, dress for your energy than it is to dress for your age. Love you guys. Stay tuned for the next installment when I talk about style in your 70s. I would encourage you to watch them all, to take notes, and to decide which of these tips you're going to bring into your own wardrobe. So thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe so we can hang out some more. I'll see you in the next one.